Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of rare British pennies, where ordinary pocket change hides extraordinary value. From the shining copper coins of the 1980s to the sleek, modern strikes of the early 2000s, every penny tells a story of history, artistry, and hidden fortune. In this video, we'll uncover how coins once worth just a single penny have turned into treasures worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So get ready to open your drawers, check your jars of old coins, and join me as we reveal the most valuable British one pennies ever made. You might be holding one right now. And speaking of hidden treasures, let's begin our journey with the coin that started it all, the 1980 British one penny, a small piece of copper that turned ordinary change into a collector's dream. The year 1980 may not sound like a time of rarity or treasure, but what if I told you that one humble British one penny coin from that very year could make collectors' hearts race, and even fetch you hundreds, or potentially thousands of dollars? The 1981 penny coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a portrait that defined British coinage for decades. On the reverse, the classic seated Britannia design by Christopher Ironside proudly symbolizes the strength and endurance of Britain's legacy. Now here, where things get truly fascinating. The 1980 penny was minted during a period when the Royal Mint was transitioning between production runs, and a small number of coins were struck with exceptional precision, using highly polished dies intended for proof sets. Yet somehow, a few escaped into regular circulation. These accidental releases are what collectors now call specimen-quality circulation strikes. Coins that look ordinary at first glance, but shine with an exceptional finish, sharper details, and flawless luster. But there's another twist that makes the 1980 penny legendary among British coin hunters. Some coins display unusual die characteristics, slightly thicker lettering, deeper strikes, and minor misalignments, all of which can dramatically increase collector demand. In the world of numismatics, details are everything. A single microscopic variation can turn a common coin into a prize worth far beyond its face value. And that's exactly what has happened with the 1980 British one penny. When collectors began noticing these rare features, the hunt was on. People started checking their old jars, drawers, and boxes of forgotten change, hoping to uncover a gem from 1980. Today, the standard 1981 penny may not attract much attention, but those few rare examples, with proof-like qualities or unique minting characteristics, are in an entirely different league. These exceptional coins have sold for astonishing prices. Verified high-grade examples have been known to reach up to $1,200 or even more at specialized auctions, depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Imagine finding a single penny from your childhood, tucked away for decades, and discovering it's worth more than your entire week's paycheck. That's the magic of coin collecting, a world where passion and history meet opportunity. And here's something truly inspiring. The 1980 penny represents not just monetary value, but the incredible craftsmanship and legacy of British minting, an art form that has endured for centuries, reflecting the face of a nation on every coin. So the next time you see a 1980 penny glinting in the light, take a closer look. Study the details, the crisp edges, the shine of Britannia, the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, because that tiny disc of copper could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. Collectors across the globe continue to search for pristine examples, coins that have survived untouched, preserved in drawers or old collections, waiting to be rediscovered by someone just like you. And remember, condition matters more than anything. A 1981 penny in mint state, without scratches or wear, can be worth a fortune compared to an average circulated one. So dust off those old coin albums, open those jars of spare change, and begin your own treasure hunt today. You never know when luck will strike, and a rare 1980 penny could be waiting for you. Because in the world of coins, history isn't just remembered, it's held in your hands, gleaming with the stories of kings, queens, and generations past. And as we move forward from the story of the extraordinary 1980 penny, we step into the mid-90s, a time when British coinage quietly evolved, yet still carried the same spirit of craftsmanship and hidden value. Let's now turn our attention to another fascinating treasure, the 1996 British One Penny coin, a piece that proves once again that even modern coins can hold remarkable worth when history, rarity, and perfection align. By 1996, Britain had already witnessed decades of change in its coinage, from the solid bronze issues of the past to the new copper-plated steel designs. Yet, the Royal Mint's attention to detail never wavered, and in that precision lies the secret of this penny's value. The 1996 one penny features the familiar and dignified portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Makhlouf, a design celebrated for its refined elegance and lifelike realism. On the reverse, the classic Britannia still sits proudly, a symbol of Britain's enduring strength. But what truly sets the 1996 issue apart is not the design. It's the rarity hidden within the details. During that year, a small number of coins were struck using exceptionally well-prepared dies, producing proof-like qualities that ordinary coins simply don't possess. These select specimens boast brilliant, mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp edges, characteristics that have made them a prime target for collectors who know exactly what they're looking for. And while millions of 1996 pennies entered circulation, only a handful have been found with such perfection, preserved, untouched, and gleaming as if freshly struck yesterday. As time passes, these high-grade examples are becoming rarer and rarer, and their value continues to rise with each new discovery. In the collector's market today, a flawless 1996 British One Penny, graded in top condition, has been known to reach prices of up to $1,000, sometimes even higher when provenance or condition adds to its appeal. It's almost unbelievable to think that a coin worth just 1 penny could command such impressive figures. But that's the magic of numismatics, a world where beauty, rarity, and story define value. Each of these coins tells a tale of careful minting, of accidental perfection, and of a time when even a simple penny reflected the pride of British craftsmanship. The subtle gleam of the 1996 penny reminds us that treasures don't always shine in gold or silver. Sometimes, they gleam in copper, unnoticed until someone with an eye for history recognizes their brilliance. For collectors, the 1996 one penny isn't just another date in a collection. It represents a moment when precision met legacy, a coin that bridges the old artistry of the Royal Mint with the modern era of coin production. So, as you continue your journey through your collection or search through that forgotten jar of old change, pay close attention to the 1996 pennies you find. Examine their details, their shine, and their finish, because you might be looking at something truly extraordinary. Finding one of these rare specimens is like holding a tiny piece of Britain's modern history, a reminder that true value often hides in plain sight, waiting for someone with passion and curiosity to uncover it. From the 1980 penny to the 1996 edition, one thing remains clear: British coinage continues to surprise and inspire, proving that even the smallest denomination can carry stories worth far more than money itself. So keep looking closely, keep collecting passionately, and remember, your next great find could be waiting in the smallest corner of your collection, quietly gleaming in copper, ready to change everything. As we move further into the final years of the 20th century, the story of British coinage takes yet another fascinating turn. From the prized 1980 and 1996 pennies, We now arrive at a coin that quietly marked the end of an era, the 1999 British One Penny. Ladies and gentlemen, this coin may seem small and ordinary, but hidden beneath its copper surface lies a chapter of British minting history that few truly appreciate. And for collectors who know where to look, it's a coin that can bring surprising rewards. The 1999 penny carries the timeless design of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, the fourth portrait of Her Majesty to appear on British coins. This version shows a more mature and regal image of the Queen, symbolizing strength, experience, and continuity as the millennium approached. On the reverse, the classic seated Britannia still reigns proudly, her shield and trident representing the enduring power of the United Kingdom. But by 1999, changes were already being discussed, and collectors now recognize this coin as one of the last Britannia pennies before her eventual replacement in 2008. This gives the 1999 issue a special historical significance, a coin that bridges the century, linking the old with the new, and representing the final moments of traditional British design. But what truly makes the 1999 one penny so valuable is not just its symbolism. It's the rarity of high-quality strikes, minting variations, and special presentation issues that have surfaced over time. The Royal Mint produced both circulation and proof versions in 1999, yet some coins have shown exceptional brilliance and sharpness, believed to be coins struck with proof dies but accidentally released into circulation. These rare hybrids are now among the most sought-after modern pennies in Britain. Collectors who have discovered such examples often describe them as having mirror-like surfaces, perfect edge details, and a depth of engraving rarely seen in ordinary coins. These details alone can elevate a 1999 penny from pocket chain to prized collectible. Over the years, the coin's growing reputation has caught the attention of numismatists worldwide. The 1999 penny may not shout its value, but for those who understand its story, it quietly commands respect and desire. In today's collector market, pristine 1999 one pennies, especially those with proof-like quality or exceptional preservation, have reached prices of up to $1,200 in auctions and private sales. And the excitement doesn't stop there. Some unique presentation sets and uncirculated examples from 1999, sealed and untouched since minting, continue to fetch impressive figures, proving that the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprises. What makes this coin so special isn't just its monetary value, but the sense of time it carries. The 1999 penny represents the final breath of a century, the closing of a millennium, and the continuation of a royal legacy that had lasted for nearly 5 decades. Think about it, a coin struck in the last year before the world turned to 2000, bearing the portrait of a monarch who had guided Britain through monumental change. That alone gives the 1999 penny a powerful emotional and historical weight. Collectors treasure it not only for its potential value, but also for what it stands for: the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, the stability of the monarchy, and the beauty of traditional British coin design before the modern redesigns of the 2000s. Each time you hold a 1999 one penny, you're holding the very last whisper of a century's worth of artistry, a piece of copper that witnessed the end of one age and the dawn of another. And in the world of numismatics, timing is everything. The closer a coin is to historical change, the greater its significance becomes. That's why the 1999 penny continues to rise in popularity among collectors who seek more than just rarity, they seek meaning. For many enthusiasts, this coin represents the spirit of transition, a reminder that even the smallest details of history are worth preserving. So if you ever come across a 1999 British one penny in your collection, don't overlook it. Inspect it carefully under good light, its shine, its edges, the precision of its design. you might be holding a piece that connects 2 centuries in one breath. The truth is, coins like this aren't just currency, they're witnesses of history. And every time one changes hands, a piece of that story lives on. From the 1980s to the close of the century, British pennies have evolved in style, metal, and minting. Yet they all carry one thing in common: a hidden value waiting to be discovered by those who look closely enough. So keep your eyes sharp, your curiosity alive, and your heart open to discovery, because the next great coin in your collection might not be made of gold or silver at all. It might just be a 1999 British One Penny shining with the history of a century gone by. And that is the true beauty of collecting, where passion turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, and where even a single penny can tell the story of time itself. And now, we arrive at the final treasure in today's journey, the last and most captivating coin of this video. After exploring the wonders of the 1980, 1996, and 1999 British pennies, it's time to close this chapter with a remarkable piece from the dawn of the new millennium, the 2001 British One Penny. This coin represents more than just value. It marks the continuation of a royal legacy and the final echoes of Britain's classic coin design before a new age began. The year 2001 stood as a moment of renewal and optimism in the United Kingdom. The Royal Mint, true to its centuries-old reputation, crafted this penny with the same precision, care, and artistry that have defined British coinage for generations. On the obverse, the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, reflects the enduring strength and stability of her reign. Her dignified image became the face of an entire era, captured forever in copper. The reverse side continues to feature Christopher Ironside's legendary Britannia, seated proudly with her shield and trident, a design that had represented Britain's strength and unity since the start of decimalization in 1971. But by 2001, this proud symbol was nearing the end of her long journey. Within a few years, Britannia would be replaced by new designs, making this coin one of the final issues to bear her image. That fact alone gives the 2001 penny historical weight. It's not just another coin. It's a farewell to an era of tradition, artistry, and timeless British symbolism. Yet what makes this coin truly special is its hidden rarity. Although millions were produced for circulation, only a limited number were struck to proof or specimen quality, with deep mirror finishes and flawless details. Some of these rare coins, believed to have been intended for collector sets, eventually found their way into circulation, unnoticed at first, until keen-eyed collectors discovered their brilliance. And those discoveries have turned out to be gold mines. In today's numismatic market, pristine examples of the 2001 British One Penny, especially proof-like or certified high-grade coins, have fetched prices as high as $1,500 in auctions and private sales. Think about that, a humble penny from the early 2000s, worth over $1,000 simply because of its rarity, perfection, and place in history. It's a perfect reminder that true value doesn't always shine in silver or gold. Sometimes, it hides quietly in the smallest coin, waiting for someone with passion and curiosity to uncover it. Each 2001 penny holds a piece of Britain's story, a link between centuries, between monarchs, between the world that was, and the one that emerged in the new millennium. Collectors adore it not just for its value but for what it represents: the unity of tradition and progress, the artistry of the royal mint, and the enduring spirit of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. For numismatists, this coin is a symbol of continuity, proof that even as time moves forward, the echoes of the past remain preserved in copper. So, as you finish this video and look through your old coins, remember this: one small penny from 2001 could be your link to history, and maybe even your hidden fortune. Look closely at your collection, your change, and your jars of old coins, because one of them might just gleam a little brighter, holding within it the story of a nation and the potential to change your life. From the 1980s through the turn of the millennium, every British penny we've explored tells its own tale of craftsmanship, rarity, and beauty. But the 2001 British One Penny stands as the perfect conclusion, a final reminder that the smallest treasures often hold the greatest value. And so our journey ends here for now. But remember, in the world of coins, history never truly ends. It waits quietly for someone like you to discover it, one penny at a time.